Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our Plant of the Week podcast, brought to you by Bonide Products, family made in America. Visit Bonide.com to find a retailer near you. Each week, Plant Talk Radio's Fred Hauer focuses on a plant that would be a great addition to your landscape. Now for this week's Bonide Products Plant of the Week. I'm not familiar with the larch. Tell me about that.
Oh, larches are great. You know, I had a client that had a larch, and they always told me that people would come down, knocking on the door this time of the year, and want to cut their dead spruce trees down. A larch is going to look very similar to a spruce or like a very large hemlock. They can grow as big as like a Norway spruce. They can get very mature, but they drop the needles in the fall like a typical deciduous tree, so they have a very different structure through the wintertime. But very, very neat trees, very tolerable of a lot of insects and diseases. There's a few out in Plain City in a cemetery I drive by a lot, and it's just, I mean, they're gorgeous. They're probably 60 feet tall trees.
Oh, nice. And so we're talking about a tree that's going to get very large and maybe like a central focus sort of tree in your yard.
Great specimen tree. Great specimen tree. It's something that you may overlook in the summertime because you really don't notice what it is. You just kind of take it for a spruce tree until it starts dropping. Some people don't like it because it does drop the needles, so in the wintertime it may look like more of a dead spruce tree, but just a neat, different tree.
Thanks again for listening to our podcast, brought to you by Bonide Products at Bonide.com. Plant Talk Radio offers other podcasts as well, including our daily Your Gardening Question podcast and our weekly Plant Talk Radio, all available on iTunes or your preferred podcast player. If you have a plant suggestion for Fred, send him an email, fred@planttalkradio.com.